they're seeing their competitors get more exposure than they get. Their competitors have more followers, maybe a better website, and maybe get better media coverage or interviews. That's where we can help, not only level the playing field, but help them excel and exceed their competitors and help them cut through the clutter. And what we really try to do is position our clients as the subject matter experts in their field.
Hey, everybody, welcome to my show. My name is Tiffany Alexander, and this is Unveiling Journeys. I'm so excited to have you with me today. Of course, I have a phenomenal guest for you. Let me tell you just one little second about me. I love people. I love people so much. I love getting to know new people. I love hearing their story. I love seeing the ripple that they're making in communities. And by all means, it's kind of fell into this love of like getting to know people that own companies and have invented stuff or work for phenomenal companies, mostly entrepreneurs, B2B, B2C. And what ends up happening? Well, I meet them, I ask them about their story, and then I'm like, this is great. What it is that you're doing in this thing that you've invented. How do I get to know more people just like you? And then they go, "Oh, like, here's my peers. Let's hang out," right? Or at the end of this, I say like, "Here's what I do. Who do you know that needs to know me? But by all means, I think I have a bunch of people I need you to know." And that's my circle of people and kind of why the podcast was born because I could no longer contain how cool everybody's thing is, everybody's story, everybody's company that's making such a dramatic result for people that I really want people to know all the people that I know. So, uh, I'm excited to have you here today. I have a great guest for you. Um, I want to introduce Ed Katz. Welcome so much. Oh my gosh. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you're up to right now.
Hi, Tiffany. Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it. Very cool. You're a very cool lady. I hope people check out all your episodes because you're very cool, and I know you're doing a lot of great stuff. So, uh, background for me, I went to Syracuse University. I got a dual major when that was like not a big thing back then. And my advisor said, well, you're probably going to end up either sticking with just the management side or just sticking with the new house film side. She said, because I've had two other students who did the dual major and one went one way and one went the other. I stuck it out and I did both. So that was fun. And I employed both disciplines in my career. So I worked inside the media right out of college, inside
Wait, I don't want to tell
radio.
your whole story. What are you doing right now?
So I have my own firm,
Yeah.
Katnip Marketing.
Yes.
I've had for 17 years and won many awards. We focus on public relations, but also digital marketing and the confluence and synergies and how they work together and help clients. And that's how we win awards. We get them exposure, get them great press. People Magazine, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Entertainment Tonight, um, you name it. So we've gotten clients there.
This is
Uh,
what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be heard and seen and like people to know about them and their company. And you're making all of these wishes and dreams come true for people that come and be a client of yours. This is
it's a
great.
lot of fun.
This is it. Like there's so many ways that you can go about marketing. And the fact that you've been able to just do this so well for your clients, you're winning awards for it is why I was like, I need to tell people about you. So, because every marketer has their own little way that they go about doing it, but tried and true, right? Like,
Right. Yeah, we've been doing it this way for several years. The digital team I work with is Google, Meta, Yelp, and Bing certified, and I've partnered with them for about 10 years now. So they know what they're doing, and I know how to work with them, and that's how we get results for clients and get them, like Vanity Fair magazine and things like that.
how does somebody know that they're ready to branch out into marketing and they need to reach out to you?
Well, I work with entrepreneurs, book authors, podcasters, and small nonprofits, and healthcare companies. Lawyers are great because lawyers they have a client that needs to get their story out, or they have to be careful how it gets out, or they need crisis communications. So, any of those. So, if a client has any kind of a budget at all that they're going to dedicate to marketing, we can probably work with it. So,
Wow.
yeah, typical budgets are if it's just the social media and digital aspect, it can be under 1,000 a month. And it can go as high as 6 to 10,000 if they need, more elaborate um, messaging and um,
Wow.
more involvement.
That sounds super reasonable. I was thinking this was so unreasonable. It's like, oh my goodness. This is so neat. Whenever somebody decides like, "Hey, I want to go," what kind of questions are they asking themselves? Like, "I just need to be heard more, to see more." Like, what are they saying in their head that is their alert for them to think that they need to reach out to you?
They're seeing their competitors get more exposure than they get. Their competitors have more followers, maybe a better website, and maybe get better media coverage or interviews. That's where we can help, not only level the playing field, but help them excel and exceed their competitors, and help them cut through the clutter. And what we really try to do is position our clients as the subject matter experts in their field. So that's what the TV news networks want, someone who's a subject matter. And in order to do that, you can't have 300 followers. They're not going to want to have you on. If you've got 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 followers, much more likely to do an interview with you.
Oh, that's nice to know. That's cool. No, like there's reasons and perks to being able to have that many followers and being
Right.
able to be seen.
Right. So it's
Oh,
not
this
only
is
the
good.
organic posts that get more views, but it helps with perceived credibility for the media outlets. And it's important for them too, because so many reporters now are essentially freelancers, and they monetize their articles based on how many views it gets. So if they have to choose between interviewing someone with 300 followers and someone with 30,000 followers, gee, I think my article will get more exposure if I interview the person with 30,000 followers.
Wow, that makes
So
sense.
that's what
Of
happens,
course.
right?
Numbers win.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. All right, now I want to go into your story. So, where actually are you from? I know you did a double major and then going on from there, let's tell your whole story. Let's circle around. Let's unveil your journey like the show is called.
Sure, sure. So, yeah, I born in New York City. I was a little baby. We were in Forest Hills, New York. My parents decided they wanted to get me and my future sister, who came along a couple of years later, to a suburban area in Connecticut and in a good school system. So we moved to suburban New Haven, Connecticut, and I grew up there and then went to Syracuse. And I ended up in Westport, Connecticut for over 25 years just before coming to Palm Beach County, Florida. And that's where we are now.
You're in Palm Beach now? How awesome. You're like the snowbirds, but now you decided to stay.
Yes. Yeah, we do go and visit in the summer, but, and I'm going to go see my mom for her birthday in a couple months.
Nice, nice. Now, let's go back to your double major. What were your double majors that you decided to complete?
Right. So in the management school, which is now called the Whitman School of Management, my father was sort of pushing me towards finance, and I was good. My SAT scores were, I don't know, 630 in math or whatever, but I never liked it. I could do it, but I didn't really like it. So I really didn't want to do it. My sister did finance. She's younger than me. She's already retired. So, good for her. It worked out. But I like marketing because there was the creative aspect to it. And originally, I wanted to be a film director. That was why I went to college. And my father was like, great, find a school where you can also get a major in business. So that's where it came in at Syracuse. And so I did the film major in the Newhouse School of Communications, and marketing in the management school, now the Whitman School.
Film director, did you use that at all? I mean, I feel like owning a marketing agency, like that comes in major handy for you.
Yeah, I mean, I've made many, many dozens of commercials, probably over 100, maybe 200 if you count radio. So, and won awards for many of them. So everything from politicians to small businesses to nonprofits, all sorts of things, different clients. Um,
That's so fun. Okay,
it
so
is, yeah. And I've
like
directed governors, two different governors, and plenty of other candidates in commercials, which is a lot of fun.
what did that look like when you left college? Like what was like first jobs, like influential people to you? What did that start out like?
Yeah, the cable industry was a big thing when I came out of college in the back in the 80s. It was kind of a growing thing. So that was where I started. I worked at a cable company, and it was funny because the cable company didn't put an emphasis on the advertising side. They were just trying to get subscribers. And I thought the advertising side had a lot of possibilities. And not only my boss, but my boss's boss completely didn't get it. And I ended up leaving, even though they promoted me, they made me a manager. I left to go and work at a sales company, well, a TV station, and in their ad sales department. And I did that for a while, and that was after a couple summer jobs at a radio station. So I worked in, all those media, and then after working at the TV stations for a couple of years, more than a couple of years, I opened an ad agency with a partner who I met at the TV station. We were essentially media buying, and then we just started adding creative department, creative director, and what really was key was when we added a public relations head, and then I really saw how great public relations can work for clients and telling their stories. And when we got, we worked with an amusement park, and when we got the head of the owner of the amusement park with a big feature story in the New York Times, the huge effect from that sold out the park. The day it opened, 15,000 people, they had to turn people away on opening day. I could see the power of public relations and how much it can do in conjunction with advertising, but also on its own.
Yeah.
The power of it was amazing. So yeah, that was terrific, and that opened my eyes. And when I sold my half of that agency and opened up Katnip Marketing, which I've now had 17 years, the public relations has been a big primary emphasis on what.
Wow, that's so fun to think how exciting it is that you get such good results for people that helps them continue to thrive or grow bigger in their company because of relations, meet PR, right? Like, um, man, that's really cool. And for such like, I think to myself, oh, I thought this was some sort of unreachable I mean, I'm a real estate investor, so, like, you just call an agent, you flip a house, right? Like, the things that I don't know, I don't know. That's why I love having you on because I think some small brand new business owners or entrepreneurs, they don't know what I didn't know, and that it's so reasonable to go call Ed up and be able to ask him to get PR for you and figure out what those systems are gonna look like and get them in place, and that way you can hold your own on the sea of sameness out there, right?
The sea of sameness. That's a good one. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm working with a book author now, and I never set out to work with book authors. Just a lawyer who he and I have referred clients to each other for 20 years. Um, he had one client, and it was a book author. I worked with her for 10 years till she retired. And she referred people to me. The lawyer referred other people to me. Some of the book authors I work with referred others to me. And this is someone I've known from where I was in Westport, Connecticut. And she's terrific. Diana Sussman. She writes like Nancy Drew type young adult mysteries.
Mhm.
And her first book was a finalist for an American Fiction Award in that category, and it also was a Tassie Walden Award finalist, which is great hook to do PR and get her media coverage. And she's done TV, radio, podcasts, newspapers, all sorts of interviews. And her new book is coming out very soon. It's called The Texture Secret. First book was The Neighbor's Secret. This is The Texture Secret, second book in the series. So that's fun. So promoting her and getting her that exposure has been a lot of fun. I worked with Chris Sarandon, the actor who's now in Ireland filming a series for Netflix. Um, he was nominated for an Oscar years ago, and he wanted to do a podcast on cooking. He grew up in a family where all they did was cook. They owned a restaurant, the whole thing, and he loved the cooking, and he grows his own vegetables and things like that. So we started doing the podcast, and he knows a lot of actors and famous people, and it was fun for me to promote each episode with a different famous person. So when he had one that was a Broadway star, and I did a promotion for that episode, his first wife, you may have heard of her, Susan Sarandon, she saw the PR hit in Broadway World because she reads it, and she called Chris up and said, I know we haven't talked in several years, but I want you to interview me on your show. Right. So that was great. So that episode, we did it live at a theater in Fairfield, Connecticut. Hundreds of people came, and I got People Magazine to do a whole article on it, and it went viral from there and got picked up Entertainment Tonight, Yahoo News, and MSN, and all over the place. So the New York Post. I mean, it went viral, and that episode, the YouTube episode, had close to 100,000 views, and Chris's podcast, Cooking by Heart, is now in the top 3% of all podcasts worldwide.
Oh, it's like a full he owns his own full podcast. That's what he does?
Yes, it's called Chris Sarandon Cooking by Heart. Yeah,
Oh, that's so fun. Who would have thought? I mean, I know these actors and actresses have many talents. I mean, they are like a utility knife of a human. Like, by the way, I sing, I dance. Did you know I cook?
right. Yeah,
Oh
and
my
he
gosh.
has his guests are terrific though. You know, Rosanna Arquette, Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick, let's see, John Sebastian, um, so many. I'm trying to think of some of the others. Carrie Elwes, you know, Princess Bride
Princess
star.
Bride. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris was in that too. He played Prince Humperdinck.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's awesome, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
star.
wanna ask you a smidge more, like, you are doing all of this stuff, what else do you have up your sleeve? Like, what else do you have going on? You're not just doing, Catnip Marketing, right?
Right. Well, I do play pickleball a couple times a week, but the other thing I do is I employ the film major. And before I left Connecticut, I was doing theater and film reviews on a radio station. Ended up being two radio stations on a weekly basis, and I did that for a couple years. And then we moved here, and I started basically a film club in our club here. And now other clubs have hired me to do their film groups and lead film discussions for them. And at my wife's nudging, I taught a course at Florida Atlantic University, classic films of the 60s and 70s in March, the 4 Wednesdays afternoons in March. So each afternoon was a different, each Wednesday was a different classic film from the 60s and 70s.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Doing all kinds of neat stuff, but alright, your company, you are doing a lot of work for a lot of people, and you've been doing this for a long time. You're kinda killing it. You should kick up your feet with a cocktail by now. Why do you keep showing up? Why do you keep doing what you do?
Well, it's fun. I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't want to be bored. You know, I can't play pickleball 7 days a week like my sister and her husband do, but yeah, 2, 3 times a week is good. So the other things I do, I love working, and it certainly helps pay the club dues and things like that. So we go
Aw.
out to dinner, you know, things like that. Visit our kids. Yeah.
Well, that's so nice. Being able to visit all the family close by. What at this point, people are thinking like, "Wait, I how do I find you? What's like your favorite way for people to follow you and find you and come ask if they're a good fit to be a client?"
Well, my website is catnipmarketing.com with a K, Catnip Marketing. And that's the easiest way to reach me. I'm also on Facebook. Uh, Ed Katz and Catnip Marketing is on Facebook, and Katz Reviews is on Facebook. My mostly film oriented, some TV as well. So I'm always posting and publishing reviews there as well.
Right. Oh, and don't forget LinkedIn, which is the old
Yes,
place
of
where
course. Ed Katz on LinkedIn and YouTube channel. There's a Catnip Marketing YouTube channel and an Ed Katz channel, which focuses on the film reviews and film discussions.
perfect, perfect. Oh man, I only have a couple more questions left. Like what's next? It's 2026. What's on the horizon?
Probably more of the same for a while and some trips. I'm going to see some spring training games. We've got spring training here in Florida. I love that. Got to see the Yankees and some travel. We travel up to, like I said, to see my mom and we visit our kids. My son's in Tallahassee and our son and our daughter is in Tampa on the west coast of Florida. So we do that. Got to see the kids.
Yeah, that's great.
But, you know,
Um,
I mean, I love working with clients because getting them the exposure and helping them cut through the clutter, that's just, you know, so much fun.
yeah, I can tell that you enjoy it, and the fact that you're doing it so well and you have such great stories for people and you're doing it for like small medium business owners, that's awesome because that's who needs to be serviced. Is I think small medium business owners are really, really the backbone in who runs America. Like we have to
Absolutely.
service them 100%. It isn't like the Walmarts and Targets of the world. It's like the dry cleaner down the street. I mean, like, who's gonna do that? Right? All
Well,
these things.
and you're right, and most small business owners have no idea what public relations can do for them. I presented to chambers of commerce and different groups about the power of public relations. And like there's 7 instances when any business owner can do something to put out a press release, that there's all these reasons, and they mostly only do 1 or 2, the basics. So there's so much more they can do with it, and it's got so much bang for their buck. It's a tremendous asset that they can use, and that's why the lawyers have been referring me to their clients. And I helped one client um, from the lawyer's referral uh, resolve a lawsuit. The client, and you could look this up, just do a search on Vanity Fair. She was a model way long ago, and the band Vampire Weekend. You ever heard of Vampire Weekend? Okay, you look them up too. Anyway, they've sold out Madison Square Garden. They had a #1 album, sold millions of records, albums, and they were on Saturday Night Live. Anyway, the cover of their second album, which was their biggest album, and had a commercial for Tommy Hilfiger and Honda from their songs, had the picture of this woman, and she never gave her permission. So, and the way it was found was her, at this time now, 12-year-old daughter was a fan of the band, and she saw, "Mom, isn't this an old picture of you?" And it was. So the lawyer brought me in to get her side of the story out, because he knew if we didn't be proactive and get her side of the story out, all the fans of this band were going to crucify this woman on social media, and this poor little 12-year-old girl was going to see all this bad stuff about her mom being a terrible person suing the band.
Yeah.
So we got her story out. You got a minute, I can tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I researched the reporter first. Well, first I was able to get an interview on ABC World News Tonight. And the lawyer was like, "No, I don't want her on a live interview. She may say something to prejudice the settlement of the case." And I said, "Great." I said, "How?" He goes, "What else do you suggest?" I said, "How about a glossy magazine?" He goes, "Perfect." I got a lot of research done, and I found a reporter who did a great piece on Venus Williams in Vanity Fair. Venus Williams had some things in her background that could be a little controversial, and this reporter mentioned them but didn't dwell on them. And
Mm.
that's what I needed for this client, because she had some similar history. So we wanted to focus on the positive and not the negative. And I reached out to the reporter, and immediately the reporter goes, "I want an exclusive." I said, "Okay, you want an exclusive? I have 2 conditions." And the first was easy. The client is a recent cancer survivor, and her hair is just growing back, so you'd know that right away. She goes, "I have no problem mentioning it." I said, "Good, I want you to mention it." She's okay with talking about it. The second is, and this was important, every photo you take of her has to be of her with her daughter. Her daughter was 12 and adorable, and I'm trying to humanize the
Yeah.
client to the
Yeah.
audience to get her side of the story out in a sympathetic way. So it took them almost a full day to decide to agree to that, Vanity Fair. But they did, and you can look up the story, and the pictures of her with her adorable daughter are right there, and it's a great story. It went so well; it went viral on the internet, on all the music sites, Pitchfork, Stereogum, everything. Rolling Stone picked it up, and then within, I think it was 2.5 weeks, they settled the case. So she got
Wow.
a nice settlement. So I helped that client win a settlement, and then there was a small media company in New York that I helped avoid a racial discrimination lawsuit by doing proactive PR on the programs they did that catered to minorities that were like buried and not really available to find on their website. So that was a win-win. I helped one client with proactive PR win a lawsuit, and another avoid one.
Wow.
It can really, really make a big difference.
That is such a I love your perspective on this. It's not just like, "Hey, I wanna buy a clickable ad so that I show up." Like, I get these silly little things once a month, like local coupons. I'm like, skim through it. I don't need my HVAC service, like being able to do what you do is a different level that people need to know. It's accessible for small business owners and for you to be able to be heard. Now, is this limited? Like you're in Connecticut. Can people over here in California come hire you too?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've worked with clients in California, all the way up the coast on the East Coast, and in Illinois. I've actually done a project with Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. He's a friend at this point. I've known him 20 years. So yeah, and but all over the country, Michigan. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Florida, of course.
Of course, Florida. Yeah. Your stomping grounds now. Oh, that's great. These are fun stories. I feel like we could probably tell stories all day, but I'm going to wrap up the show to ask you what's your favorite or your golden piece of wisdom that we should leave everybody as the last nugget that we'll end the show with?
Okay, there's a fun one, and I mentioned Rick Nielsen from one of their big hit songs at Cheap Trick, "Surrender, but don't give yourself away."
Nice, nice. This has been really fun. I'm so happy that we got to record today. I'm so grateful for your time.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
Tiffany. I
so
appreciate it.
thank you. And I'm so grateful everybody who's listening that you got to stay to the end. You got to listen to Ed's story and you're going to go reach out. You're going to follow him on all of his social media handles, go check out his website, and you're going to tell people about Ed because he is making waves for people in the PR space, the marketing space. And I'm excited that you guys stayed. So I will see you on the next episode. And last but not least, thank you, Ed, again for your time today.
Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate the opportunity and talk with your audience.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.